Routine, there's an elephant in the room that nobody's talking about, but we're going to talk about it today.
Yes, we are going to talk about it.
So we've met a lot of people who are nearing retirement, but they won't retire. And most people think it's money, but it isn't in these circumstances. And there is a difference between men and women.
Absolutely, I agree with you, Norman. And I think the women don't really think that it's a problem. They view, let's retire and let's get on with doing things. So they don't see the negative side that perhaps men are concerned about. What do you think?
I think you're right, Tina. Women tend to be more aware of finances. I think a lot of men are too, and that they take pride in preparing for retirement. But even those men that we've talked to that are in good paying jobs, they're high income earners, they have great pensions, index linked. There's no excuse not to retire. But they find one. And what's that, Tina?
I think the biggest fear that they find is that they think something is going to happen to them. They think it's going to be a death sentence.
They've often worked a long time in their careers and they've seen their older colleagues retire. And we all know of friends, families that have had somebody retire and in a very short period of time pass away. So that's preventing a lot of people who are eligible to retire.
I think that's where that fear comes from, Norm, that they think if they leave their job, retire, that same thing is going to happen to them.
I think one of the things, we're all about solutions. We bring a problem to you, we have a solution. So just as a financial planner, as you're nearing retirement, we'll do a financial checkup for you. They'll run the numbers. They will tell you how much you can draw from your savings. They'll tell you how long your savings will last. But there's another checkup you can do for retirement.
And that is get a medical checkup.
Are you fit enough to retire?
Yeah. I think one of the best things you can do is, particularly, they often do it with insurance companies too, is go for an annual checkup where the doctor will do your blood work, maybe send you for a few tests if they think, and they can monitor and have a guideline to see, are you okay? And it's a starting point for you to start your retirement with.
Both Tina and I do that because we want to know if there's an underlying health issue that either of us might have. And men don't go to doctors as often as they should do. It's just, I don't know, it's bred into us, I think.
I think it's a guy thing, Norm.
I think you're right, Tina. Who wants to be poked and prodded? But basically, you need to find out if you're fit enough to retire. And if there is an underlying health issue, get it sorted out. Your doctor is your lead man. It's not all about money. It's about health and quality of retirement.
And I think too, Norm, that another thing is very important is this time of, when we're saying that there is this fear you don't want to retire, what's happening is that time is drifting by and you're losing those go-go years where you do have the energy to be able to do, whether it's travel or gardening or whatever you want to do.
It's those quality years that we keep talking about, that we travel because we are not yet 70, we have good energy, but we have seen from the age of 60 to 65 a bit of slowing down. Now from 65, I'm heading towards 70. There are more aches and pains, but why put off your retirement because you're scared that you're going to die? Go to your doctor, find out what your health is. And the other thing that we would urge you to do is to look at your eating habits.
Absolutely. Hey, I think we're all guilty of this. I think we should all be looking not only our eating habits, it's part of your lifestyle. Like, are you eating the wrong meats and vegetables? Are you eating too many sugary things that you shouldn't be eating? And I think there's that other thing too, Norm, that everybody's got to be careful of. And are you drinking too much?
So it's those things that before retirement you could certainly take care of. You almost need to get fit to retire, get into training to retire, and so that you can enjoy these years that you've saved and you've worked towards and you've earned your retirement. Not everybody is going to pass away in the first 6 months of retirement. And those that do might have been able to prevent that with adequate medical supervision. So we're saying to you, get fit, start doing some walking, maybe do a bit of resistance training, but be careful about your diet. You know, high sugar, soda, it's not good for us. It's not good for longevity, and that's what you are. So we have met people who won't retire because they're frightened that they might pass away.
And I think the unfortunate thing is that often they are a couple that we have met and spoken to, and the wife has already retired. And there now becomes this time where the husband won't retire. And you know what? That will become friction in your relationship.
It's a deal breaker.
It won't keep lasting like that. That is the elephant in the room. That can become a huge problem if you don't find a solution to it.
And that's why we retired as a couple, because if one of you retires, what are they going to do all day? Just sit on their own waiting for their partner to retire? It's not a great existence. Plus you can't travel or do the things that you could do if you were a couple together. So be considerate of each other. Don't break your relationship up because you won't retire if one has already retired, especially if you have good savings and are financially secure.
I think they're all reasons that you just have to sit down and have the conversation with your partner so that you are both on the same page.
Be honest with each other. This is, you've been together a long time. Be honest. If you do have fears, share them and work through them.
Because retirement is not an end. Retirement is actually a fantastic new beginning of the next part of your life together, where you can do so much. And it's such a shame if you don't just jump in and just do it, isn't it?
Sincerely, we do believe that. And we're fortunate as a couple. We like to spend time together. We like to travel together. So do have that conversation and go to your doctor. Make sure you're fit enough to retire. And prior to retirement, maybe drop a few pounds as well. We can all do that. So we hope that everybody is staying safe.
And keeping well.
And until the next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.